Good morning, National Setting. It is Monday morning, the beginning of week 8 of sheltering in place. Wow. Who knew when we started this process that 8 weeks later we would still be here? But I want to begin my time with you this morning by just saying kudos to you. Thank you for the ways that you have made these adjustments with grace. Thank you for the ways that you're showing up on Zoom over and over and over again. Is anyone else getting Zoom fatigue like me? Thank you for the ways that you have settled in to the uncertainty of this moment. And yet, even as we settle in, I am cognizant that we need rituals and we need practices that remind us of what is familiar. This week, as I was looking at the lectionary text in preparation to preach, one of the lectionary texts was Psalm 23. And I found that that was odd because we're in the midst of Eastertide. I wondered why we would be reading Psalm 23 at this moment, and then realized just how perfect Psalm 23 is. It's one of the most familiar texts in all of Scripture. It's a text that people know whether they read the Bible or they don't. It's a text that most people can at least recite the first verse. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I prefer the version that says I have everything I need. But this psalm provides a bit of familiarity in uncertain times. And familiarity is one of the ways that we can calm our anxieties, that we can calm our concerns. I'm wondering, what practices, what rituals do you continue to do that remind you of the things that are familiar? One of the things I like to do is walk down to the lake. There's a lake in my area, and I watch the swans and I watch the water fountain that sprouts up, and I'm watching the flowers that are beginning to grow, and all of those things remind me of what is familiar, grounds me in the knowledge that not everything has changed, that life still goes on, that the birds are still singing, that the flowers are still beginning to bloom, that summer is still on its way. And somehow that brings me peace. My prayer time in the morning is something else that's familiar to me, and that brings me peace as well. I hope during this week you'll take the time to reflect on some of the things that are familiar to you, that bring you comfort, that feel like a scoop of ice cream with hot fudge on top, or a warm chocolate chip cookie, or whatever it is that reminds you, as much as things have changed, that some things remain the same. Have a great week. Bye-bye.